Hi, how are you?
I'm good. And you?
I'm okay. So, I just want to ask you some questions, and I hope you would be able to answer me so that you can inform the people that are watching that keep on asking me a lot of questions on my inbox. Maybe it will help to guide them. Um,
Okay, that's fine. Go ahead.
okay, so the first question I wanted to ask you is how do you see Australia as a country? How do you see this place?
Um, Australia is actually a very nice country to be. Was on ground, beat my expectation. While I was coming, I had some other thoughts, but when I got here, I find out that it's a well planned country. Everything is stable. Life is very much affordable, and there are a whole lot of opportunities for everybody, no matter the area of specialization that you want to go. There are a whole lot of opportunities in Australia here.
Okay. So, what would be your advice to people that the new arrivals, the newbies to Australia that probably do not know the way to like settle in and the way to arrange themselves? What would be your advice to them?
Um, my advice, first of all, you need to get your plans already before coming, before you leave your country. You have your plan. First of all, um, having a shelter over your head is one of the most important things, because it's going to give you a quick stability. First of all, think of a
Mm-hmm.
shelter over your head. Once you have it, every other thing is done, because when you get into the country and you're with the right visa, because that's one thing. So while you're preparing to come, you make sure you come through the right route.
Mm-hmm.
So once you come through the right routes, let's assume majority of the people are coming through via student um, visa. Let's assume you're coming here with a student visa. You have opportunity to work. If you're studying, at least for now, you have 24 hours a week. That's 48 hours per fortnight. That's 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Then, if you have a spouse, your spouse has unlimited time to work, because he or she is not studying.
Mm-hmm.
So, and if you're studying as well during the holiday, you have unlimited time to work. So, it's actually a good country. And here, every job here, there's dignity in labor. So, even if it's cleaning you're doing, you still earn enough to take care of your expenses and save up depending on your lifestyle. Unlike our country, whereby they say there are some job that you call this or some other job. So here there is dignity in labor. Whatever you choose to do, you get your maximum respect and you get enough to be able to cater for your um, expenses. A lot of people find it difficult getting job when they arrive, because of course you don't know much. You may not have enough information, but one way of getting job here without even seeking the help of anybody is going online. So every job you see online here is unlike some places you go, you see some job advert, but they've even finished employing before even advertising online. Here you go to some of the job sites like Seek. Just go in there, click, check your location. They will give you all the job depending on the field you are working. Let's say you're into health sector. You go there, you type in, let's say you're a nurse, you're a doctor, whatever thing you want to do, you type in, they will give you the list, give you based on location where you're living. If you're, let's assume you're living in Sydney, they will give you all the jobs in Sydney in that sector. Let's assume you want to bring it close to your area. Let's say you're living in Schofield or Riverstone, they will give you jobs within the area, and you can look at the criterias, the requirement. if you're qualified, once you apply and they find your CV good enough, they will just give you a call straight away. Most of the times they give you a call straight away, interview you direct. If they're okay with the preliminary interview, they can call you for face-to-face. Some people will just be online. They will just conduct, and once you're good, yeah, you're good for the job. They will just employ you straight away. They don't do that. I know this person or you come from there. Or those things is not here. So yeah, it's a very beautiful place.
Okay, so you either apply for work either using Seek or Indeed.
Oh yeah, you apply for work either using Seek or Indeed.
There's also Jora for people that are trying to look for work.
I've mostly used Indeed. Most of the jobs I've done since I came have been through Seek and Indeed.
So for the common work jobs here in Australia, probably like, okay, of course, when you get into this country, even if, let's say, you're a doctor, you're a nurse, of course, not many people are doctors and nurses. The jobs that are very readily available for people that, like, let's say that are not like professionals, let's say they did business back home, or let's say they did other courses and they are here, they want to work. So what are the kind of jobs that they can do, and what are the documents that they require to do the job?
Okay, for you to start up, there's a lot of opportunity depending on the field, but for you to come and, you need to get started up doing some works for you to be earning some money to offset your bills. There's a lot of jobs you can do. Just like I said earlier, that there's a dignity in labor here. You have construction, you have factory, you have disability and aged care. So it depends on where you want to. Even have cleaning, because all these things pays very well. So maybe, for instance, if you want to go into construction, or into a factory, you need to have some of them will require you. First of all, you come into the country, they need what they call 100-point identification. What makes up a 100-point identification is probably your international passport and your photo card. So once you come into the country, the first thing you should be able to do that will help you a lot is just to get your photo card, then open your bank account. Then if you want to go into construction, you obtain what they call white card training. It's just like a preliminary safety training. So you get your white card. You want to go into factory, like what they call pick packer. So some of them you may not require that much certification. You can just apply direct. Or if you want to do well there, you need to go further and do your forklift training. Maybe high reach forklift training or counterbalance forklift training. If you get the certification, it gives you an edge over others. If you want to go into disability, you need to get your certificate 4 or 3 in disability or individual support, certificate in aged care. With these 3, you are good to go. Beside that, there's still other things you can do within the construction industry. There's a lot of opportunities you can do there. Then factory, there's a lot of opportunities in the factories. There's even a lot of opportunity even if it's a cleaning job, or you still earn very well. It all depends on where you want to go.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of people, when they come in, they start off on this angle because it is very easy to start off. Then depending on where your career lies, then you can then gradually pursue your career.
Okay. Thank you so much. And guys, in addition to what my husband just said, you're going to need something called tax file number if you're working under companies that require that, or Australian business number if you want to work as an independent, like contractor. So if you want to go into factory, you also can do what is called forklifting, but you would need a forklift license to be able to get the job. But guys, it depends on the amount of energy you have. Forklifting is very, like, factory jobs are really stressful, but going into disability, aged care, youth work is quite more like easier. In addition to the certifications, my husband said you also need your first aid, your CPR. You would also need a certificate called manual handling, and if you're going to aged care, you also need something called the elder abuse certificate. And then you need, of course, your COVID vaccine. At least you need to have like 2 to 3 doses, and then you need your flu vaccine if you're going to aged care, because they would definitely require those things. So guys, those are the documents that you would need initially. Those are the documents that you need initially, and afterwards you would be ready to commence your job. And thank you so much for coming here and for listening to this interview, and I hope that this informs you, especially for those that newly arrived to Australia, and good luck.